Hi, this is Pastor Mark Renner of Hosanna Lutheran Church here in beautiful Columbia Station, Ohio. Today, I wanted to read to you Martin Luther's explanation of the first commandment from his large catechism. And I'm using the Book of Concord, the Confessions of the Evangelical Lutheran Church by Bob Kolb and Timothy Wangert. So I'll read a little bit here to you. First commandment, you are to have no other gods. That is, you are to regard me alone as your God. What does this mean, and how is it to be understood? What does to have a God mean, or what is God? Answer. A God is the term for that to which we are to look for all good and in which we are to find refuge in all need. Therefore, to have a God is nothing else than to trust and believe in that one with your whole heart. As I have often said, it is the trust and faith of the heart alone that make both God and an idol. If your faith and trust are right, then your God is the true one. Conversely, where your trust is false and wrong, there you do not have the true God. For these two belong together, faith and God. Anything on which your heart relies and depends, I say that is really your God. The intention of this commandment, therefore, is to require true faith and confidence of the heart, which flies straight to the one true God and cling to him alone. What this means is, see to it that you let me alone be your God, and never search for another. In other words, whatever good thing you lack, look to me for it and seek it from me. And whenever you suffer misfortune and distress, crawl to me and cling to me. I myself will give you what you need and help you out of every danger. Only do not let your heart cling to or rest in anyone else, so that it may be understood and remembered. I must explain this a little more plainly by citing some everyday examples of the opposite. There are some who think that they have God and everything they need when they have money and property. They trust in them and boast in them so stubbornly and securely that they care for no one else. They too have a God, Mammon. By name, that is money or property, on which they set their whole heart. This is the most common idol on earth. Those who have money and property feel secure, happy, and fearless, as if they were sitting in the midst of paradise. On the other hand, those who have nothing doubt and despair as if they knew of no God at all. We will find very few who are cheerful, who do not fret and complain, if they do not have mammon. This desire for wealth clings and sticks to our nature all the way to the grave. So too, those who boast of great learning, wisdom, power, prestige, family, and honor, and who trust in them, have a God also, but not the one true God. Notice again how presumptuous, secure, and proud people are when they have such possessions, and how despondent they are when they lack them or when they are taken away. Therefore, I repeat, the correct interpretation of this commandment is that to have a God is to have something in which the heart trusts completely. Again, look at what we used to do in our blindness under the papacy. Anyone who had a toothache fasted, and called on Saint Apollonia. Those who worried about their house burning down appealed to Saint Lawrence as their patron. If they were afraid of the plague, they made a vow to Saint Sebastian or Roch. There were countless other such abominations, and everyone selected his own saint and worshipped him and invoked his help in time of need. In this category also belongs those who go so far as to make a pact with the devil so that he may give them plenty of money, help them in love affairs, protect their cattle, recover lost property, etc., as magicians and sorcerers do. All of them place their heart and trust elsewhere than in the true God, from whom they neither accept nor seek anything good. Thus, you can easily understand what and how much this commandment requires, namely that one's whole heart and confidence be placed in God alone, and in no one else. To have a God, as you can well imagine, does not mean to grasp him with your fingers, or to put him into a purse, or to shut him up in a box. Rather, to lay hold of God when your heart grasps him and clings to him. To cling to him with your heart is nothing else than to entrust yourself to him completely. He wishes to turn us away from everything else apart from him, and to draw us to himself, because he is the one eternal God. It is as if he said, "What you formerly sought from the saints, or what you hoped to receive from mammon, or from anything else, turn to me for all of this. Look on me as the one who will help you and lavish all good things upon you," Rachel. Look here, you have the true honor and worship that please God, which God also commands under penalty of eternal wrath, namely that the heart should know no other consolation or confidence than in him, nor let itself be torn from him, but for his sake should risk everything and disregard everything else on earth. On the other hand, you will easily see and judge how the world practices nothing but false worship and idolatry. There has never been a nation so wicked that it did not establish and maintain some sort of worship. All people have set up their own God to whom they looked for blessing, help, and comfort.